make sure that's behaving itself. Is it? Is that looking okay?
What's that?
I'm just making sure the camera is gonna be okay. I've got like a main camera and then I've got a webcam.
Oh, nice, very nice.
Yeah, it'll be okay. It'll do it. And the microphone is here. That's okay. Cool. Matt, it's Matt. How do you pronounce your last name?
Ingles, Ingles. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Cool. Just didn't want to go with anything other than the correct way of pronouncing it, so that's fine. And do you have any questions before we do the interview?
Is it okay? Is it okay if I record this?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be giving you a copy of the interview anyways.
Okay,
But
cool.
yeah, you go for it. If you want to record it, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. As far as questions, I was thinking like later on, if you're up for this, we could I could show you, like, I can make a song from scratch like I usually do. When I was younger, I used to like compose it from, memorize them. But in the past few years, because I've gotten okay at mixing and mastering just off my laptop and my computer, and with any instrument that I had nearby, like it's pretty much most of the songs that I showed you were mostly jam sessions that I kind of forgot how to play. But rest assured, I can show you exactly what I do and how I do it, like kind of like the method to my madness. If you want to see that.
Cool. Yeah, we could definitely do that sometime. On a bit of a time crunch today. So we might not be able to do that today, but
Okay.
maybe like another day, like next week or something like that. We could just have a look at that in Zoom or something like that.
Sounds good. Sounds great. Cool. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. And just with this interview today, it's going to be about 50 or so minutes and
Okay.
and it's just going to be about yourself as a musician and anything else you wanted to talk about.
Cool. Awesome. Sounds great.
Okay, I'm just going to do my typical kind of intro thing and then we'll be right. So Matt Ingalls, right? From Every Third Thought.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. Sup, shitters? My name is Logan, aka Spiderhands, and welcome to SB Reviews. Oh no, SB. I gotta do it again. I'm thinking I'm doing the reviews when I've got an interview going today. Sorry.
It's
I'll
all right.
try it
No,
again.
no problem, man.
Sup, shitters? My name is Logan, aka Spiderhands, and welcome to SB Interviews, where I'm doing the sixth of these today with a slightly different camera angle because I cannot find my phone, which operates my Nano Leaf lights. We're gonna be checking out an artist named Every Third Thought, guy named Matt Ingalls, and we're going to switch over to our main screen where he's on Zoom at the moment. Hello, everyone. Say hi to Matt. How you doing, Matt? You all right?
Oh yeah, just getting by or die trying. I kind of made that up, that saying, but I hope it makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. Hey, you just got to make the most out of every day you go, you know?
Exactly. Yes, indeed.
So feel free to introduce yourself. Tell the lovely people watching this more about yourself as an artist, and yeah.
My name is Matt Ingles. What I as an artist, pretty much like I've been playing guitar seriously. Well, not seriously, but I've been playing it pretty dedicatedly since I've been 14. And quickly after I started learning a few cover songs, I started writing my own material. Um, Played in some bands in high school and college. Um, didn't really go really far at all with most of those. It was mostly just us learning our craft, learning our instrument. Um, I When I was 21, I had to sell my only guitar, working guitar, to pay rent. I got diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia when I was 21, and I'm currently and I've been on medications for that. That kind of I used to sing, but the problem is that my medications kind of ruined my singing voice because of my diagnosis, and so I'm currently on disability. And in the United States, you can't make that much when you're on disability. So pretty much what I'm thinking is, and an initiative we have here is that, and this might be everywhere too. I'm not too sure, but our politicians have been very corrupt and just not doing their jobs. So I got this idea from candidate. Actually, he was. I showed you the song I wrote for his campaign called "Mike Gravel for President."
Oh, I get you.
Yeah. He had this. He's been working on this concept of a very careful direct democracy, and it's got me enthusiastic because I mean, obviously, you got to be really careful with it, so you don't pass any discriminatory laws against minority communities. You got to be a lot of checks and balances, in my opinion, to make sure that everyone is being all that they can be and be happy, live nice, long, happy lives. But I was thinking is like to improve the livelihood as many people as possible at the same time. I was thinking that'd be great to get more direct democracy in the form of petition signatures that leads to national referendums, initiatives, and recalls on every level of government, anywhere, any place. But anyways, so I was thinking, if we could achieve that, and I apologize if I sound kind of tired. My medications got me just sluggish and stuff. But and if I lose my train of thought, I apologize too. That I can't even drive when I'm on these medications, and I'm surprised I haven't started stuttering because usually I stutter a lot when I'm on these medications as well. That also inspired. I don't know if you reviewed this song, "Stuttering Out of Time." I think I don't know if you remember that one. If you did that one, that was inspiration. Was like because sometimes I stutter because my medications, and I came up with that song. But anyways, sorry for that weird reaction. But anyways, I do music as a hobby and to advocate for direct democracy is pretty much, and because I'm not getting paid and I even refuse donations, I just do just for the advocacy, direct democracy, and I almost find it's almost liberating when you take money out of the equation. All of a sudden, there's no boundaries, there's no rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really interesting. You've got a very sort of a reasonably unique sort of perspective to a lot of people that I talk to about it, because a lot of people are trying to like money is a big motivator for them. Even if they love music, they
Yeah,
want to they're trying to make it a way they pay their bills, right? But it's kind of noble that you're kind of putting it more towards a cause, right?
yeah, exactly. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Uh, yeah, it's it's like being on disability, having a disability, and being on medications that kind of like like I'm so glad I'm in my home's basement because it's about 80. It was 80 degrees today, and my medication side effects. I'm just oh my gosh, I just was not having a good time. Was not doing well. I was sweating bullets, even in the air conditioning, man. Like it sucked, and like I was passed out. But fortunately, I got down to the cooler basement, and it's going much better. And so, anyways, I'll stop rambling, lose my train of thought. What's your next question, Logan?
My next question, like I've got a set of questions I have on the side, right? But I
Yeah,
find that with these interviews, I rarely need to like kind of look at them too much because the conversations that I have with people such as yourself, they generally kind of it's easy to flow from one topic to another, so I end up not actually really using them. But
yeah.
the second question I have on the list, I don't really like to do the 10 questions kind of thing. I have them just in case it gets really desperate, is oh,
Yeah.
hello Mike. Um like what's your current project with your music?
um, what I have is like um, I bought two nicer guitars with the hopes of going on tour one day, but that didn't work out, and I ended up spending my tax returns on them, and I'm planning on like, well, I don't think they're gonna be worth much money in the future because there's so much advancements with like mini guitar controllers. If you ever play one of those, and they're getting really high tech, really advanced, really futuristic. And so I think that's going to make these like more traditional guitars more obsolete because this guitar here is it's a GNL Tribute ASAT Classic. It's more of a budget guitar, but I have this appreciation for Telecasters, even though I prefer Strats and Les Pauls copies, because like the Telecaster type is I'm just able to see the fretboard much better and know where the notes are at much better on a Telecaster versus the other two popular or most popular styles, which is Stratocaster and Les Paul. But to show you the MIDI guitar controller, it's this guy right here, and what I mean is that now this is made out of plastic, right? So it's probably going to break easier than your metal or wood guitar, but you're able to take it apart, which makes it really ideal to travel with. And you don't have to tune them. You can use software with them. You could set them up however way you want them set up. You can make them really really tight, really loose, just by turning this.
Oh.
Yeah, it is awesome. It is just awesome. This is what I played Brick Girlfriend Funk on. You remember that one?
I do, yes. I think I was talking about how you got that sound for that, because it was really interesting.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. And so basically, like the way now the problem with MIDI guitar, at least this one, this is the Jammy G. It came out a couple years ago. The problem with this one is that it's kind of it's almost perfect. It's almost just right there. But Jammy is coming out with a new guitar MIDI controller, which is an improved version of this. It's called the Jammy E or Jammy Evolve, and I should be getting that in sometime this month. I ordered it back in December when it was on the early bird selection. But you hear the electric guitar, okay? Now what I do is make sure the interface is plugged in. The interface was more mid-level. Well, I don't know if it's mid. It's probably low level, like low end now, because it's been a few years since I got it. Technology rapidly updates. But I got it plugged in. It's a PreSonus Studio 1810 USB.
Okay, not bad.
Thank you. I got it plugged into my iMac. Bought it used back in 2018. I bought both these back in 2019. And then that's set up to a monitor, a PV monitor, which is also set up to a Eon one JBL PA. And then I got a USB mic that's connected from my. I wish I was able to show you all this physically. And then I got a Tascam DR40X, also set up to my, which is the mic that I'm using this interview on. And then I get, I know this is a lot. I'm sorry. And then I get open up Studio Logic Pro, or Logic Pro. That's my DAW. And pretty much I pick out a beat, and then I just hit away. Start jamming until start like whatever mood I'm in, whatever mindset I'm in, start jamming away. And then if I come up with something that hey, I like that, or hey, that's fun, then okay, get that down, and then add bass to it, add rhythm guitar to it, or a lead guitar. And pretty much my style is, and this is the music theory part. I like to play around with modes. Like just play around with them until I come up with something. Like for one song, actually, the "Woman Online," and I'll tell you the lyrics to that because I know it sounds kind of goofy or kind of silly, kind of weird, just saying "Woman Online," and here's this instrumental with no lyrics to it, which you have no idea what it's about right now. But how I wrote that bass line was like I was just playing around with the modes, and I can't. It kind of just and then. But anyways, the lyrics to that is because I also write lyrics, but because my singing voice is shot because of my medications, I've been advised, and everyone's told me, okay, we like your music, we like your production, we like your we like most of the stuff that you do, but please, for the love of God, do not sing. Your singing ruins your music. Yeah,
Oh, that's rough.
it is. Yeah, there's one time someone even told me my voice sounds worse than Bob Dylan.
That's horrific. That's not nice at all, really, is it?
No, it's okay though. I mean, you just gotta laugh it off. It's gotta say, we're,
Yeah.
because I mean, we're all good at something, and it's just I guess singing, at least when I'm medicated, it's just not my thing. So, um, but these are the lyrics of "Woman Online." Lyrics.
I can hear the guitar quite clearly. Can't hear the vocals so clearly.
Okay, it's a "Woman Online." How you look so fine, and how I wish that you were mine. Would try to contact you, but don't want to appear creepy or sketchy. If only you knew me. And then when it goes to the no lead guitar, it goes to but you may not be real, and my identity you might steal, and or you might exist, but I might end up on a missing person list.
It's interesting. Those are some really are these lyrics based on like a personal experience you've had, or are they?
Most of the time when I'm doing lyrics, I'm pretty much just like goofing off. I'm just kind of like just being silly or being stupid or being fun or weird or just for the sake of just having fun, just having a good time, and trying not to take it too serious. But no, I don't recall my one time my identity was stolen, but that was because I fell victim to a phishing scam. But it wasn't because I got a friend request on Facebook from some hottie, and I was like, oh, what's up, babe, and then she turned out to be a thief or turned out to be a serial killer or something creepy like that. It wasn't anything like that. It was just more so thinking of all the random scenarios that could happen.
Well, thank you for sharing me the lyrics with me. Anyways, it's good to know that because those lyrics do actually provide a lot of context.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's cool that you focus on instrumentals though, and you've explained why that is, and that's obviously totally fine. Where do you see yourself going in future with that? Like, do you think you're going to continue writing this music yourself, or do you think you're maybe going to get another vocalist in, or?
It all depends. Suppose like I make money, but it's not enough to pay for my medications. That will be a serious issue. So I got to keep it at the hobby level. So that's why I haven't been seriously pursuing vocalists or. I mean, I've been trying to get a better singing voice myself, but I just been trying to. I mean, if we get direct democracy, or better yet, a general strike that gets us like American single payer health care. And I don't have to worry about income limits. I don't have to worry about making too much money, and then all of a sudden, I have no income again, or I have no health insurance again. So it's for now, I got to keep it at the hobby level. But if we do see a lot of progressive improvement in the United States, maybe I could, do a live stream and, donate. Don't people could donate how much money they want to donate to me while they see me do these songs that I make up on the spot live, kind of like improv. Um, yeah. Hold on a second. I'm gonna drink some more coffee.
No, it's okay. You go for it. Just thinking about what you're saying, right? Like, I live in New Zealand, and mental health care in New Zealand is pretty good. Like, for instance, you won't catch people going, "I can't afford my medication for like my antidepressants or anything like that," because our government here subsidizes it fairly heavily to the point where usually it's more of a problem that people just stop taking it because they think they're better, and then they kind of spiral again, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard stories about people in the States, and at a time like this, it does seem ridiculous when there's so much stuff happening that's obviously not ideal, that people aren't able to even afford medication to keep them well. It's really rough.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, super rough. Um, I mean, like, yeah, it's yeah, like I think United States right now we're at a turning point where we either we gotta evolve or we're not gonna be united as a country anymore. I mean, to the point of I don't know. I mean, I'm almost kind of scared to even think about it. Um, the crisis that we're in right now, especially because so many people weren't taking this pandemic that serious in the United States. Um, like, I think I saw the statistics. Our pandemic deaths almost equal that of the 1918 pandemic that happened. And back in those days, the United States was more of a it was going from an agricultural economy to a more industrial economy, and France, Great Britain, were I think and eventually Germany, were the really big superpowers at the time. And the United States, we weren't the top dog that we eventually became after World War II. But I think the problem is that now I think now the United States has always had a land stealing problem from Native Americans, has always had a racism problem with slavery, Jim Crow, modern day racism, has always had a lot of just discriminatory issues. But because we've been like when the top dogs of the world for so long, I think that we became more entitled, we became more lazy in the seriousness and the urgency of being responsible. And I think that in my theory is that's why the pandemic has ravaged my country, the United States, so hard. It's because we just gotten so just incredibly entitled, so incredibly lazy, so incredibly uneducated about how to, it's so sad. I mean, it really, it's really not good to see, because I love my country. I want to see I love the whole world. I want every country to do well. I want every single country to do well. I don't care about competition. I care about human beings. And it's just that, I'm just embarrassed for my country. I love it so much that I want it to get better.
Of course. At least with COVID, the vaccine is coming out, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm actually getting my vaccine shot tomorrow. Yes.
That's exciting. So, what do you think that's going to mean in the short term for like where you are at the moment? Are like more music venues going to open up and stuff like that, or is it still kind of people playing it safe?
Um, I know some music venues have been opening up. They probably got a capacity limit, and that probably is going to last for some while, for some time. But um, to be honest, I even when I was doing all the instruments, like originally when I started off studio recording, I had a group of friends from that are friends of the family that were from work, that were from school. Their names were Michael Wolf, Stephen Loomis, Chris Cavera. He was the drummer and producer and engineer. Jacob Galindo and Christopher Schultz. Um, we never had a full on band rehearsal. What it would be was and I don't think that I've showed you these tracks yet. Um, um, what would happen is me and Chris Guevara would come up with a drum beat, and then I'll lay down the rhythm tracks and the vocals. The vocals weren't so great, and at the time I was having a psychosis episode, and I was also having a depressive episode, which I actually was on medical leave from the job I had at the time because that's how rough things were going for me at the time. And I paid for all out of pocket, and we we just laid it down, and I used those backing tracks because my friends either had they worked opposite shifts that I worked, or they weren't from the same town, or they moved out of town, or they just were unavailable. So what I'll do was I'll take those backing tracks. I wrote all the songs. I co-produced. I gave them instructions on how to play the parts, and so did Chris Guevara to a certain extent too. And what I did was I'll take these backing tracks, I'll put them on an iPod, I'll give them to the sound guy at the venue I'll play at, and I'll play my parts live to the backing tracks. And and that went great. It went great, but the problem is that the talent buyers were like, they told me, we love your stuff. It's just that we want you to come back with a full band. And I was like, man, I'm from a small town. There's not that many people here, man. Like, I mean, and, of course, I would drive at least like 40 minutes to an hour one way to these nearby cities and college towns, and they're like, well, like, you said surely you're able to find a band. And I was like, I'm sorry, but I can't. Like, this is all I got.
Are they gonna pay you to have a band?
They probably would have. I mean, at least give us gas money, or give us free food, give us free drinks. But
oh no, you're too good for that. No,
thank you.
No. Gee, no. That's the thing. I hear so many musicians that are just okay with free food. No, no. If you're playing for an hour or two, you need to be paid for your time. And that's not just a couple of beers. I don't know, like, as a musician doing a live show, how much do you want to be paid per hour? Like, considering it would be a job. If it was a job that you're doing, providing value to people directly, how much would you want to be paid?
If I was on disability and on Medicare, Medicaid, and didn't have income limits, like, if I know if there's some scientific way to prove that people came in to see me play, and they gave the venue a lot of business, I would say, at least 10, 15, 20% of total revenue made that night.
Cool. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, because the reality is that it's cool if they want to go, oh, you need to bring a band, but you need to know that if you put that effort into practicing with the band and writing music with the band, and if you're entertaining their customers who are potentially going to want to come back to see your shows, you need to get compensated for your time,
Yeah. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that a lot. In recent years, I've been doing all the instruments myself, and all the production, all the engineering, all the mixing, all the mastering. So, but yeah, like it's, and well, another problem was I couldn't really drive that far that often because of my medications. So I started to live stream from home, and of course the internet's still at the Wild West, so it's kind of risky when you put a Zoom link or a live stream link out in the open, because you attract a lot of trolls, attract a lot of con people. It gets pretty crazy. But yeah, so yeah, thank you. I appreciate the supportive words a lot.
but you're also talking to someone who, like you, is a musician, right?
Mhm.
And I've done paid live work as well as studio production work and session work and all that. And like, I don't know, man. Like, if you don't get compensation for the work you do, even just at a, regardless of whether, actually, you know what? Actually, especially if you don't have a good time.
Yeah.
Because if you do it for free, or they pay you for food, but they treat you like garbage,
Mhm.
then is it really worth that food in the end? At least if you get paid, it's like, right, I got given 50 or $100 for like an hour or two. I can go, at least I have that to go and get myself some better food than I would have gotten at the place I played at.
Yeah, that's very true. Um, yeah, like I mean, now I could be wrong. Now some places, I there was one place in my hometown that had offered to give me $50 if I was able to make it, but I wasn't able to make it. But and there was another place like the smaller towns I noticed are a bit more generous. Now I could be wrong, but then again, if you're in a band with 5 6 people and you only get paid 100, or even $500, you got to split that 5 ways. Well, $100 per person, maybe that's not too bad if it's depending on how far you got to go, how many bills you got to pay, um, stuff like that. I mean, like before I had income limits. I was all crazy about trying to make money, and I kind of went insane. I was really miserable trying to make money. Just not a pleasant person to be around. And but I don't know. It's like um I know, like it almost like it seems uh like I feel so powerless without like having some kind of direct democracy in action to.
Yeah, I understand it. It's a very important thing for you, and then it makes sense as to why that is important. Because the reality is that if you were able to afford to pay your bills, and if you're able to afford to pay for your medication, then you'd be able to be self-sufficient, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And yeah, no, I completely vibe with that. I'm just thinking about those smaller towns. Is that just because of the fact that are there like quite a lot of small towns in your area?
Yeah.
So do they just have nothing go through? Is that the
Um.
understanding?
Uh. I don't know. I know the one place that was going to pay me $50. This was years ago, many years ago. Um. They they like every week they had like a different type of like act play, and uh I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I mean, like I don't know if they even had a stage, but they were really, really, a lot of hospitality. Now, of course, there's not a lot of opportunity in small towns. Like you may not get booked that often. That $50 may only be for like one gig a year.
Still, it's because that's the thing. Like you can just do one town, and then if that's that one gig, you just go to the next.
You know what?
um,
I got a friend that I think that was his marketing strategy was just like that. Like he went all over the country in these towns I never heard of before. I assume were small towns or or roadside towns, and yeah, he would have like at least 50 shows in like a month or 2 month period, and just like and he had his own manager. I guess he was able to afford his own manager, like his own the guy that that set up, okay, you got to drive to this place at this time, to make it to your next show. And I mean, United States has a lot of land, and like I'll pop on Facebook, and I see pictures or posts that, yeah, I just played California tonight. I'm in Fremont, Ohio, which is about 2,000 miles away. I'm like, wow, dude, that is cool. That is cool. And like, it'd be like some small desert town, and then next week you'd be on the East Coast, like about 3,000 miles away from that one spot. Like all by car, all by car.
Must be a hell of a car.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would hate to see the gas mileage on that car. Just hate to see that.
But that's the thing, like, until you mentioned marketing, like, as an artist, like, they probably realized, hey, there are just a lot of people who may just not be as in tune to the online element of it as others, and those people aren't necessarily getting the same level of attention as people who can't, like, because there's a lot of digital content, right?
Yeah,
And it's great. But at the same time, there are people that also want to go to a gig, and because there's been a lack of that, there are people that are prioritizing those physical experiences, you know?
yeah. Oh yeah. There's now I do support that as long as COVID is gone.
Yes, absolutely, completely agree. Yep, that's
Yeah,
a given. The last thing you need is for there to be a gig where there's people who maybe have not been doing what they need to do, and then people get sick.
exactly. So I mean, like, and you know what, man? Like, dude, man, like, I was so hoping to like the way I was planning on doing shows until I was able to afford my medications or for my own place. I still live at home. I'm turning 31 next week. A lot of people in our generation in the United States, oh, we're just oh my goodness, man. Compared to our parents or grandparents' generations, the income inequality is insane on average. Um, and but anyways, what I was thinking about doing was is like I got some extended family in Long Beach, California, and I was thinking like now during the winters probably, or well then again it's more dry heat out there. Like where I live is more humid heat, and the humid heat messes me up on my medications horribly to the point where I got shown in the basement like all summer long. You know, to the point. But at the same time, though, if I'm off the medications, I'm not well. So it sucks. I mean, I hate it. Having these diseases, I know it sucks. But at the same time, though, I like to think, you know, yeah, it's devastating. Yeah, it keeps me up at night. It sucks, but I think one day there's going to be a cure. There has to be a cure.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'm sure there will be. Like, there's only so much mystery that the brain has before we start figuring out a
Yeah,
good chunk of it, you know?
yeah,
And I really hope that things work out in that respect for you because given the way that you're writing music and your passion and your energy and your drive for it, I can only imagine that it's going to be pretty spectacular if they do manage to find a cure.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Appreciate that a lot.
You're releasing music on SoundCloud, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Do you like release music on other platforms as well?
Uh, Reverb Nation. Um, what I like about Reverb Nation is like it's for about like about $12. You can pay for a crowd review. And you ever heard of a crowd review?
Yeah, I think so. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. And actually next week, one of my songs, I think it's either Iconic Irony or Nothing to Everything is going to be featured on the main page because it scored a 7.5 or better out of 10. And so it's featured on the homepage. And I pretty much is like I spend most of the day, just trying to feel better and trying to stay busy, not having a job and not being able to leave the house that often. So I also do a lot of astrophotography. Um, when the planets Jupiter and Saturn, sometimes Mars, sometimes Venus are visible in the sky, I like to get a telescope out and look at them, and it's pretty fun. And I'm thinking about picking up some more toys with that. But back to your question, Reverb Nation, YouTube, and Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, sometimes Twitch.
How has using TikTok kind of been advantageous? Because I'm still learning more about that.
Um, it's been. I feel like it's more like a Generation Z type of thing. You know, I don't. I which I really hate to admit because it makes me feel old. But
I know, because I'm turning 30 tomorrow, and like, I don't know
oh
what TikTok is, and it's like scary because I used to know what that stuff was, you know?
yeah, I want to wish you a early happy birthday, man.
Thank you. I'm excited for it.
I'll tell you what, man. Like, there's one thing that sucks about turning 30. Like, I'm currently 30 right now. For the next few days, um, the excuse I was young, so I was dumb and stupid, out the window.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't make mistakes anymore. As soon as you turn 30, you've got to admit you just kind of suck a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty much, it's like, and what sucks, what's funny is like people tell me like I look young for my age, which sucks because like I'll do anything. They're like, hey, I want to see your ID. Shouldn't you be at school? But I'm like, okay, here's my ID. Like, you're sure it's not fake? I'm like, yeah, it's not. I know it's a minor inconvenience, but um, yeah, it's just more. It just gotta laugh at it, It's there's like there's people that are like that weren't even in junior high when I was in high school that are losing their hair, and they're telling me like, you shut the heck up, shut up.
Yeah, genetics, man.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's all right. Look, you've done well. I think with us as 30-year-olds or 30, 29 and 30-year-olds, I mean I'm basically 30 at this point. It's like it's nice to get past the 20s in a sense because you kind of know who you are, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Has the way that you've approached and written music changed over your 20s? Like did it change much or
Um, I've gotten more confident, a lot more confident. But that's because of the medication. Medication gives me a lot of confidence. Like, it helps me not overthink things, and it helps me
yeah.
be more sure of myself. And because before, like, I was like, it's crazy because like when I'm off my medications, I'm in shape physically, but I'm a mess mentally. But when I'm on my medications, mentally I feel sharp as a tack. But physically, I'm like, oh my god, do I gotta stand up? Do I gotta move, man? My back hurts, man. Like, it just sucks, yeah, in that regard. But um, yeah, there's a quote that I saw one time said that your body matures in your teens and your mind matures in your 20s.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad that you feel more confident. Like, some people don't develop that, and then that's when they kind of give up. But you got to kind of, it's like running a marathon, right? You got to
Yeah,
stick at it until you break through the wall, and then it's worth it.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, because it doesn't matter where you've been. It just matters where you end up. I mean, don't be wrong. There's a lot of lessons in the journey. I mean, the journey itself is still important, but it's I think everyone wants to live long, happy lives, and and of course, and progress human society until maybe we get discovered by aliens that are more advanced than us to make us slaves, or a black hole pops out of nowhere, and then well, see ya. Uh,
You're kind of keen not to become a slave to aliens, but we'll see how we go. We probably won't have a choice at the time, you know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. We maybe start like a human resistance. Make a pretty badass movie, but uh, you know, but maybe aliens aren't even real. Maybe the universe is just everything, but other who knows? Yeah. All I know is that pretty much like where I'm going with this is that there's always going to be issues. There's always going to be problems, but like suppose we end poverty, we end all sorts of negative things in the human race. We almost achieve utopia. At that point, that's when we're probably gonna go, oh shit, those aliens, or oh shit, the sun's gonna explode, or oh shit, there's always gonna be something. There's always gonna be something coming at us.
Speaking of something that I have noticed, your T-shirt.
Yes,
It says every third thought.
yes.
So have you got merch as well?
No, no. I just I was outgrowing all my shirts, and I was like, man, I got to get shirts that fit me now because I put on some weight because of my medications, I believe, and I got to get some shirts that fit me so that I'm not showing my belly all the time, and I was like, how about I design my own new T-shirts, and I was like, oh man, I need a logo, and then wait a minute, why don't you use your I it appears kind of self-promoting, kind of like shameless to wear your own band T-shirt.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry to interrupt. There's nothing shameless about promoting yourself as a musician. That's passive. That's passive marketing. It's not like you're saying, "Look at my shirt." You're wearing it, and now people get curious, and that's their fault for getting curious.
That's very
It's not,
true.
yeah. And if they get curious and you're not doing anything apart from wearing it, it means that your logo's good.
That's very true. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yeah. It's just that I was thinking like now his politics I don't like at all. And most of his music that he's come out with since like 1998, I don't like either. But I was feeling kind of silly, kind of goofy one day, and I was like, oh man, like Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins shaved his head. Now I wasn't gonna shave my head. I was like, no, that's still too far. But he he in the mid '90s he only wore like zero shirts that said zero on them, and I was like, you know what? I drink a lot of coffee today. I'm feeling really goofy and manic. Why don't I wear a bunch of every third thought shirts and just wear them every single day of the week?
Go for it. That's the
Uh,
spirit. Like, just have fun with it, dude, because it's your creation, right?
right, right. It's just, oh my goodness, man. Like, I guess like it's a product because I got bullied a lot when I was younger, and like, for every little thing, and it's like, oh, you coughed, oh, you coughed, it's like, all right, you're an asshole, it's just like every little thing, I got nitpicked about, so but then again, the medications do give me the confidence. Nowadays, just get them go fuck themselves. But yeah, but I don't know. It's just like being back in the same spots, where a lot of the bullying happened. The PTSD from that, the flashbacks. Like it sucks, but but what gives me inspiration is having a sense of humor, because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I like to think of that show that was about Chris Rock, the comedian Chris Rock's life. Everybody hates Chris.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I like to think about. Is like my own version. It's like I grew up hated. So it's like it's like especially this one scene. Like where he had this real touching moment, and then he said, and then yeah, and later I got my ass kicked.
I I understand that. It was a really good show, actually. That
Yeah,
one. Yeah, it's
yeah,
actually a really dope show. He's a clever comedian, that guy.
yeah. Oh yeah, and in recent years, now, obviously, like, me being home a lot, me avoiding people a lot, makes it easier not to get fucked with that much. But I used to walk around town and I had headphones on. But one day I didn't wear my headphones, and it all came right back. It all came right back. Just getting shit, yelled at you from windows. Um,
Wow, really? Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I like my hometown. I'm proud of it. It's just that, that's what sucks about small towns sometimes is that if you're different, if you're unorthodox, you're unconventional, you're unconforming, it's almost like you're meant to be in the city, or somewhere with more of a population where they have better people skills. Uh, but yeah, it's just it happens. I'm just lucky to be alive, is why I'm looking at it. I'm just happy to be alive, and just just deal with it, tune them out. But at the same time, first chance I get, I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that sounds toxic and horrendous, dude. That's not good at all. That's awful, man. You deserve better than that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, life's a bitch sometimes.
Your music's good though. You enjoy your music though.
Yeah, the music helps out a lot. Like it's gonna be hard. It's like music's great. Yeah, it's good therapy.
So before we finish up the interview, because we've got a few minutes to go, is there anything else you'd like to talk to people about, just as kind of a final comment, I suppose?
Um, I don't blame people as the root of problems. I blame our government systems, our business systems, our world systems, and I think that if we get a better system, it'll create better people. So, me personally, I think universal and careful direct democracy will resolve a lot of that. You know, but but please think for yourselves. Have a good time. Enjoy yourselves. Hang in there. We're all in this together. Peace out, everyone.
Peace out. I love it. I dig it. And where can people can find your music on? Oh, my camera just died.
Oh,
Oh,
I got this all recorded.
yeah, no, you're all good. I gotta just do something real quick. Cards full. Yeah, no, it's all right. I got this. I'm gonna have to go delete some footage.
It's all
There
right.
we go. It's all right. I've just got some older reviews that I've got to get rid of. Where is it? Come on. It'll be good. We'll get through this. Delete and delete. Cool. We've got another 18 minutes. We only need another few though, alright?
All right.
And is that set up properly? I'm not showing anything weird. Oh, okay, the camera. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. And people can find your music on like Reverb and Reverb Nation and SoundCloud and YouTube and such, right?
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Well, this is basically going to be our interview for today. But hopefully, did I actually set that to record, or did I just put that down? It's all right. We've got this. I'm just having a moment. This is the first time I've had camera issues during an interview. Thank you very much, Matt, for coming into the interview today. Really enjoyed chatting to you, and best of luck in future with your music, with Every Third Thought. And yeah, again, if you want to check out Matt's work, it's just SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, and YouTube, and also TikTok and such, right?
Yes. Yes.
All right. See you later. Thank you.
See you later, man.